What is up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another splendid NJCU crew battle. Today, it's going to be NJCU versus SUNY Polytechnic. So, a little bit of my neck of the woods versus a little bit of Lyric's neck of the woods.
Used to, I guess. Used to. Down in Philly now, but Tri-State, Tri-State as a whole, we're always moving together. So I am very interested to see. I know that TCNJ has some, or TJCU. Oh my God, words are hard.
NJCU.
Letters are hard, everybody. We have some players that we know. So shout outs to Hydra and Ziglet. Both really, really solid players. I've yet to meet Hydra in the
flesh.
Yeah, right, in the real world, but I know that they're a very solid player. Ziglet, of course, one of the best Kazuyas, I think, if not the best Kazuya in Tri-State. I know we also have Dark Blues in New York, but Ziglet's crazy.
He's cracked. I heard he's on the come up.
He's cracked. Like, he is absolutely cracked. So I'm interested to see how we are going to be able to kind of see, like, how this exactly goes. But I think college crew battles. I think crew battles are criminally underrepresented now in, like, Ultimate's timeline. Like, we love Squad Strike. I love Squad Strike. But, like, crew battles and doubles has just went like this.
I know. No one likes either of those formats. I mean, they played those formats out, like, pretty heavily early on into Ultimate, like, especially crew battles. Dubs, I wish would see a resurgence, but it seems like it's
never coming back, bro. It's dead.
I'm so sad. I'm a big doubles fan. Massive doubles stan. But either way, we got some good players on NJCU. They've having a really good season. I know they're coming off last week off of a loss, unfortunately, to UTD. But hopefully this week they'll be able to reclaim their glory. Tri-State is one of the best regions in the entire world, so hopefully we're going to see them come through and catch a fat W. And I believe the first stage we're going to go to is FD. I would not be able to tell you which two players are going in first, unfortunately, but eager to see it regardless.
Yes, that's true. Very excited. Ultimate's definitely in this kind of really exciting time now where the same person is not winning each and every tournament. So we are definitely in, hopefully, for a nice kind of rotation of characters, which is like my favorite thing, is when I get to see more than just top tiers. But I also kind of just want to see, that up and coming talent. So excited.
I'm also going to correct myself real quick. Apparently I said 5v5. It's actually a 3v3 crew battle. So it's going to be some quick action right here for both schools. I don't know if they just play one or two. Usually Hydra posts all the results on his Twitter, typically after he gets it. So I'm currently surveying the lay of the land right now to see. I think
Twitter, the best source of information for 2021, by the way. Do all of your research papers on Twitter, everybody. I'm sure your professors would dig that.
Twitter's given me a lot, surprisingly.
Honestly, people are like, oh, where do you get your news? And it's like, well, the notification pops up first on my phone.
True.
So, and it's like, what am I going to do? Run over to the cable TV I'm clearly not paying for? And,
not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Twitter's free. Twitter's free. Say what you want about social media, but it does connect us better than anything else.
Also, the opportunities I've received. Like, I don't think I'd be commentating here if it weren't for, like, the connections of people I've met on Twitter, or regardless, like, knowing about all the majors that were going on and everything. If I didn't have a Twitter, I literally don't know what I'd be doing right now in terms of, like, trying to further commentary and all this other stuff. So it's
dude, back in the day, if there was a major, it would be announced on Facebook. Like,
yes, I remember those days.
It was like what we like to call the Smash GG page now was like the Facebook event page, like for everything back in the day, like 2014, 2015, 2016. Like, it was just Facebook pages and Smashboard, like, threads, and that was it. And, like, the full results were in the thread. Man, it was good times. It was good times. Definitely weird kind of change when you think about it.
Yeah, I feel like Facebook has, like, it used to be a lot more condensed because you would usually have groups for stuff typically.
True.
Now on Twitter, you could talk to literally anybody through any medium. It's just this open void you can just yell into at any point. Post anything.
That's anything is anything, right?
Just waiting on these two schools to get geared up. I think the arena is opening up again. A little bit of technical difficulties, but
welcome back to Wi-Fi, everybody.
Yeah, for real. So I do another collegiate league as well. And a lot of schools, when, like, we usually do, like, post-game interviews with them and stuff like that. Usually
the interviews never work.
Yeah. They say,
I just knew exactly what you were going to say.
They never work, and also when they do finally work eventually, the schools always say like the biggest struggle for a lot of students is like readapting to online gameplay, since a lot
Yeah,
of them have been grinding offline with each other again since now COVID restrictions are being slightly lifted. So now they're like able to practice in person with each other
that's
again in
true.
their schools game rooms and stuff, and even run weeklies outside of their schools. So going from that to back to playing Wi-Fi, definitely
Well,
not always a fun time.
that's for sure. It's definitely really important if you're, watching from any other school. Make sure you go into those like college game rooms and,
Mhm.
meet people. I know for
That's true.
me, I don't know about you, Sean, but like college was kind of isolating for me only because I went to college in New York City. So like everyone like went home at the end
Mm,
of the day. So it was like really hard to make friends. But you know where I made friends? Game room.
that's
And
right.
then, all those people from that college, you all go together to the local that's, down the block. So
Mhm.
make sure you go in, spend your college years like making memories, and Smash can absolutely be like one of those memories. But make sure you talk to people. Talking to people is really important.
It's true. The people I've met in the game room of my first college at
Hmm.
Hofstra have stayed with me as
Oh, I
best
know they have a
friends
good Smash Club
forever.
too.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're all really, really nice people. They stayed with me for a while, and even the people I met up when I was in upstate for school after I transferred
Hmm.
to SUNY Oneonta, like just I don't know, you just we didn't have like a unified game room. It was more of just like a group of people, but we did have
Yeah.
two weeklies in our college town, which is insane.
That's like
Small,
that's like the best like when you think about it. So like college towns are
mm,
small, right?
they're
But like
so small.
by like proportion, like that is probably like the best Smash area that I've heard of because it's rare to have a small group and have two weeklies. Like I
Mhm.
know for a lot of like, Tri-State is massive. There's a weekly every day of Tri-State, but you just have to want to drive to it. Some
Yeah.
of them are in Philly, some of them in New York, upstate New York, New Jersey. So,
Mhm.
having two locals like twice a week to play
I was
is
eating
like
good. I
godlike.
was eating good when I was there.
Honestly,
I was doing good for myself there.
gas was probably a lot cheaper back then.
It was good too. Yeah, the gas was good. I would pay for my gas. Like I have a BP card. They don't have BP in upstate New York though, so I would just kind of pay for gas with my tournament winnings typically.
Oh my
Well,
god.
but either way, we're getting into it. So this is actually going to be the other Smash team for NJCU right now, but we're going to be having Zamu versus Oman coming out. I believe Zamu is on NJCU's team. Oman is repping SUNY Polytechnic. So.
Matchup's gonna be one of those. I like to call it a traditional Wi-Fi matchup, especially when it's two characters like Robin and Samus who both like to kind of retreat and throw items. So I'm interested to see how Zaman's going to use what they're currently using right now. It's going to be their aerials and that bear kind of jump on in, because that is one of Samus's best moves, and that is going to be an early stock for Zaman here.
Did the crew battle, so remember that every stock does count here. You only get one life to work with, you don't get another game to adapt. So you gotta adapt quick, or at least show your opponent that you have a better advantage. Crew battles are so weird. I used to be part of the Wi-Fi crew battle scene, not so much anymore now that off.
It was huge. I think it was like so big
It was
underground.
There were like legit top players on some of these crews too. It was
my
actually
Zamu right now doing such a great job of just throwing out projectiles when they need to, but no matchy options. I feel like a lot of the times some of these characters are very prone to like sticking with a flow chart. And it's nice to see, a character approach, but when you approach, you're gonna jump right into that Robin F smash there.
It's weird because in a way both of these characters kind of serve similar purposes. Like both are really good at anti-airing. They both have good aerials that kind of snag very jumpy characters. They have good zoning tools at a mid-range, and they have pretty lethal punish game as well. So if you put a tier list in front of my face and you asked me which character was better, Robin or Samus, I don't know. I'd probably roughly put them around the same area. Honestly, I think they're both really good.
I think they both have the same strengths at the end of the
Yeah.
day. I think they have, like their aerial options. When you have Levin Sword, that up air will kill you super quick. Same with that Jazz attack though. So I feel like these are two characters cut from the same cloth essentially. But what I think Zamu's doing just a little bit better is that they're just picking the approaches smarter. And I do think that Samus does have some get off me tools that are a lot better than others, like that up B out of shield that we just saw. And right there.
Zamu's going for it. Going off stage almost every single time. You usually see a lot of Samus's ledge trap, but Zamu knows that they have the lead right now. They can just keep kind of pushing the advantage further. I also think Charge Shot is like beating out, and all of Samus's projectiles, in fact, are beating out Robin's projectiles. So they're just looking a tad bit stronger. These landings are being caught with this anti-air up B right here. Oma has a kind of a tough mountain to climb right now.
Yeah, for sure. This is also kind of that thing, same backing up, retreating, and both throwing aerials. Good grab, though. I was kind of expecting the charge shot. I'm really glad they just opted for grab here. Oh, and speaking of charge shot, I'm going to find it in Zamu, taking a very great start for their team, because having 2 stocks, that next person's going to have to take 5 stocks and then some extra credit. You know what I mean?
And you don't have like a lot of lifeline to play with in that instance. Like 2 stocks is still something very good to work with. Like if you just have 1 stock in a crew battle, it's like all right. But I feel like a lot of people underestimate the power of a single stock in this game. It's not traditional that you'll typically see the stocks get absolutely deleted, but at the same time you can see it. And I think having that 2 stock lead to blow open, plus it's only 3v3, so there's only 2 more bodies really left to try and trade off with Zamu, which makes these early leads so potent in such a small crew battle format.
So super true. So really want to see how we're going to be able to kind of come back from this. Once again, now you have to kind of take 5 stocks and go on ahead and be kind of ahead by a person. So let's see. Zamu looking really good on the standard. So we'll see where we can go from there.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who exactly SUNY Polytech is going to throw in next. I would be lying if I said I knew the logistics of the league or how it works. But
is this a collegiate Smash League? The one
this is I think it's a collegiate Smash League, or I probably, I don't know. It would be kind of weird if the students were arranging these crew battles on their own, trying to like find each other randomly. I'm sure this is through some sort of league. Collegiate formats are always weird because I've usually seen crew battles. Like I remember back when the Melee games was like a huge thing. I participated in a few collegiate crew battles. I've also just done tournaments where one college will invade another college, like Hofstra would invade St. John's or vice versa. Right. And then I've also been the one I've been commentating is like a modified crew battle where they do a bunch of they do like 5 best of 3 sets, but there's like a point format to them, and it's like kind of complicated but easy to get once you like watch it enough. But this is just a raw crew battle.
Back in the day, we had the Melee games, and that was like...
I love the Melee games.
That
it was so cool to watch.
So hype.
It was super hype. I camped out an Ice Climbers player one time. It was great. Really fun time.
Who do you play Melee?
I play Sheik and Fox, but I was dedicated Sheik main back then.
Ice Climbers. That's where you just platform camp and have a
I was jumping. G Money was commentating my set. He was like, "Yo, my boy is just
best person I have."
Yes, bro. It was so funny. He was like, "My boy must have the best trampoline back at home. He just keeps jumping on these platforms." It was a really boring set to commentate, but G Money, I swear to God, can make anything entertaining.
It's true.
Dude, that's super funny.
That's the beauty of New York.
Yeah.
Just like that Smash scene is in its own world, and like when I was around, oh my God, it was so good.
I want to visit it more. I want to go to like nightclub and stuff.
Oh, nightclub is crazy. They should have been. I know they had an Ultimate Weekly not too long, like before COVID, but then they never brought that back. Like they
didn't. I've been, and the venue is really nice too there. Honestly.
Oh my God.
The nightclub venue is so cool.
Yeah, dude.
You get the big screen in the back too.
Yeah.
Super tight.
You have like that's like a whole production studio. That shit probably was mad money.
It's crazy.
Mad money.
I wish Long Island still was streaming Melee so I could commentate it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Long Island Melee's been kind of like not dead, but it's been.
I was around when Long Island Melee was actually like kind of alive. Like I was.
We had a crazy scene at one point. We had so many like
Stony Brook,
really good
like
players.
really like how
SB was nuts.
Scene.
Oh,
like my best friend went to Stony Brook, and those Melee players are all like crazy.
Their roster is stacked.
Yeah.
But they had 42nd, 47, Minty,
Vortex, like
Venti. I think went to SBU.
Venti, H3M, yeah.
Jesus, what a roster!
That was insane. Good times, dude. That was like the day of the grinders. Like
for real,
you got together and you grinded. You
played for hours.
You played for hours, like no breaks.
Now I pick up the sticks for like an hour, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Your hands start to hurt. You should be doing something else, avidly avoiding your responsibilities, and then oh no.
That's why Slippy's so cool. At least you can still get like good games with people on Slippy and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Slippy's so sick. Free Slippy.
Free Slippy. Yeah, free everything, yo.
Free Slippy. Free us, man. Really, what's going on?
We are waiting on the next person to step into the ring with Zamu from the school. I don't know if there's any difficulties. I know the arena might shut down soon, so they better get the next guy in quickly.
Yeah, really. Come on,
Hopefully.
man.
But
Play friendly.
relax. Yeah, probably just mess around, play friendly.
True. Play friendly. Let's go.
Have a good time.
It's true. It's true. So, man, what is coming up for you in 2022? What events are you attending so
Who,
far?
me?
Yeah, you.
I am in a precarious position right now. I only thing I'm registered really for in 2022 are just Genesis and Let's Make Big Moves. I need a job right now, desperately.
Amen,
I need a
brother.
real life job because after I worked at a COVID vaccination site for a little bit, and then after that terminated, I blew all my money on trying to commentate bigger events, and I succeeded in a little bit of a metric, but now I have no money.
Welcome back.
I have no
All
money.
right. So we're gonna get. I believe that's Monsta.
Oh, wait.
Mewtwo Samus,
Okay.
man. I actually think this is brutal on Mewtwo.
This is tough. I think Mewtwo can do some things, like Confusion can work out. Shadow Ball is also a pretty powerful projectile, but with how light Mewtwo is and how gigantic Mewtwo is against characters like Samus, it's gonna be a little tough. Like Samus is just gonna die, I feel like, on average, less quickly than Mewtwo.
Yeah, already we're gonna see Mewtwo's kind of big body here is gonna be such a difficult situation for Monsta here. Because every time you're gonna roll behind, you're automatically gonna be up out of shield like nothing.
It's true. And already we're seeing the uppies out of shield coming out. Zamu still has 2 stocks to work with, so looking pretty good already on their first stock. I think another thing that helps Samus in this matchup is how evasive she is. Like, Morph Ball is such a good way to, or Morph Bomb is such a good way to shift your hurt box, and Mewtwo kind of has to be pretty precise. So if you just see a little bouncy Morph Ball going around everywhere, avoiding all these hits, it's going to be really tough for Monster to land those finishing blows.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know how I feel about the Kalos pick, to be honest. I understand what it's going for, but I feel like when I'm fighting Samus, the last thing I want to give her is space.
Yeah, for real.
Zamu gonna kick Mewtwo out of there. I feel like that should have been a grab, but you know what? It's gonna eat that charge shot instead.
And already the growing lead that Zamu's put on is ever so expanding. There's no jump left, though. Still an opportunity here for Monster to maybe get a stock up. We do see the Shadow Ball coming out a bit too late. That Shadow Ball is deceptively slow. It's a little floaty and kind of dithers back and forth, so you're not really able to punish too quickly with it, with Punish Tool.
Okay, once again, a little ledge shenanigans going on. Zamu gonna throw Monster off once again. Just gonna try and, like, throw things around. Honestly, I don't feel like there's much panic in their gameplay. They're really just kind of sticking to the flowchart, and it's really working.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, yo.
love the back air.
Samus looks so cool when she's in the
Yeah.
air. Little backflip she does to
Yeah.
get that hit off. But man, Zamu running away with this one, and is that going to be 2 bodies down already for SUNY Polytech before Zamu has even gotten this stock off just yet?
It's true. It's very possible. We're gonna see a rage charge shot. If that connects, honestly,
Whoa.
100. Yeah, this is definitely big trouble.
Did
Fortunately,
I just see
not-
Samus jab connect both hits? Am I awake right now?
No,
Did
you
that-
saw that. It's real. Ooh, and there's the reflect. Monster just trying to at least take out Zamu before it kind of passes the torch on to the last member of the team. But okay, the footstool. That
Oh
was
my
crazy. That was crazy. That was amazing. Oh my god.
Zamu kind of throwing away a fresh stock right there. You know, even with the wall jump, I think their double jump got exhausted right there. So even though they had the intelligence to wall jump right there, it wasn't enough to get
That was
Samus back to
nutty.
stage right there. Monster's
was-
gonna sneak by, trading 2 stocks for their trouble right there. But they are getting on even ground in terms of bodies that are being played. So still 2v2.
Man, that was beyond brutal for me. I don't know. That felt wrong. I was like, oh man, I felt like
That
he was winning
sucks.
the entire time. Alrighty, so
I'd be punching a wall. I'd be exclaiming.
would you?
No, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd never get like that, but I'd be tight. I'd be like, come on. I was winning the whole game, and then I get footstooled right there at the last second, man. That's why sometimes the good thing to do is stay on stage. You know, you don't always have to overgo off stage and blow your resources. You know, Samus has such good ledge trapping, especially with being able to just set up morph bombs into that fully charged charge shot. You know, getting off ledge against Samus is not an easy thing, but we are going to be seeing Toad Sage coming in next to supplement NJCU's team.
If they do not play Greninja, I'm gonna be really upset.
Ooh, you know what? That's a good guess. I saw Toad and I thought Peach for some reason, but then Toad Sage, like that's I think like a Naruto reference or something. So I'd probably anticipate like Greninja. Maybe. I don't know.
wearing it. I was watching Naruto earlier, funny enough.
Naruto's a vibe.
It is a vibe. Too many people are like, "Oh, it's overrated." I'm like, "You didn't even watch it."
You didn't
Like,
watch it all.
That I am one of like the 5% that really did start watching One Piece. I'm very much enjoying One Piece.
That's crazy. I
It's
need to.
definitely
I'm
worth it.
scared. I'm scared to get into it just because
Why?
it's so
'Cause you're afraid
daunting.
you're gonna like it.
No, because I'm a psychopath and I'll watch everything, including the filler. I watched all of Naruto, including the filler, and I'm an insane
Filler's
person.
good though. I think the filler's fine.
I
But
like
that's just
filler.
me.
Because
I like
a lot of the
filler.
time, filler stays to the personality. Like, at least they try to make the characters' personalities still stay the
Right.
same. And even if it is like a goofy one-off where it's like... I remember there's some episodes of Naruto where it was like alternate timelines, and those were funny to watch. Those were weird, just to see the voice actors doing like other stuff besides like play their normal character.
Right.
And I like filler. I'm a big weirdo, but filler's cool with me. I'm more media to dump into my brain and rot it. So...
True. It's true. Winter is coming up though, so you know.
True. Oh my god.
Gotta get through winter depression somehow.
That's true. It's getting cold out there. The sun's setting sooner and sooner, so make sure you guys are staying warm and healthy, especially if you're on campus. The walk from your dorm room to the dining hall is always going to be a brutal
Just
one.
wear your coat.
Wear your coat, please.
That's how you know you're old enough. You know, you like turn around. It's like, Mom, I don't need my coat. I'll be outside for 2 minutes. And then you really do need your coat.
Your mom's always yelling at you to wear your coat when you're a kid, and you know what? She was right. She wasn't wrong. As a kid, you're dumb and you don't know what temperature is, but when you get older, you start caring about that stuff a little bit more because you're not running. Because like kids have no problem with just running normally, like just running outside for no reason. It's not weird if a kid runs around outside, but if you see like a fully grown college student running full sprinting on campus and they're not on the track team, kind of weird, champ. But if you see like a kid, like a 4-year-old running around, you're like, all right, that's a kid. They have too much energy. They're just running around. Don't get old.
Don't get
Stay
old,
young.
kids.
Stay
Stay young.
young.
That's true. Stay young. Honestly, I can second that.
I hate
I
being
look
older.
about like I go to my Smash local and I see like everybody so like happy and excited, like, oh, I won like my first set and all that stuff. And it's just like, I remember when I was you.
I'm this jaded old man now. Got to play like a bad matchup in bracket. Like I'm 25. I go back to my job tomorrow. No, I'm not 25 yet, but I'm dreading it.
What's wrong with being 25, huh?
Nothing.
Sassy,
I don't
what's
want to
wrong
be
with being
25. I want to stay evergreen. I want to stay young.
What's wrong with 25?
25 is like mid 20s at that
I know,
point.
but like, what's wrong with that?
Getting old sucks.
But if you're staying mid 20s, you know what I mean? Like
that's cool. Yeah, I'm vibing with that. I'm rocking.
I don't want to be like 29 because then
29
like,
is scary.
If I don't have my stuff together by 29, like I'll be upset.
I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it. I think we're the masters of padding for time, by the way.
Honestly, I'm
to break the
enjoying
fourth
this
wall. I know, this is a good
That's
convo.
true.
Catching up with my fellow NPT teammate.
That's true. The power team.
The power team, for real. Quickly becoming one of the strongest orgs in Tri-State IMO.
That's very true.
If not already one of the strongest. But...
We got a lot of things up the pipeline, which is very exciting. And that's rare for a lot of esports teams to have. It's like, oh, we're gonna announce this player.
Who is next? Who would they
So,
be next?
I just read our chat, and Toad is going Bowser, and I feel really upset, and I don't think you can play Toad anymore.
Well, Bowser's kind of like not really amphibious.
No, he's a turtle.
He's a turtle. He's a reptile.
It's true.
X is in the column for being an amphibian. Either way, Bowser Mewtwo, kind of rough for Mewtwo. Mewtwo will probably get hit like 3 times and just explode. But there are ways Mewtwo can kind of take advantage of Bowser, like being like, you know, edge guarding him off stage. You still have that disjoint Mewtwo's tail. Shadow Ball being a nice projectile as well. I will not count Mewtwo out. I know the Mewtwo kind of league has been dying with the absence of certain Mewtwo players in the meta, or just the character, people just opting for, you know, better characters in Mewtwo's archetype. But character's still all right, not a terrible character.
Yeah, and this is what I am worried about here. Grabbing.
Oh yeah.
Mewtwo is light, and Mewtwo, as from, you know, that beautiful display of Mewtwo just
Oh my.
slowly falling down in lag. together with Bowser. U2 is very light, so I feel like Monster here has had kind of a rough matchup spread when it comes to everything. So I gotta see how they pull themselves out of this.
Yeah, definitely not a favorable pick of the litter, right? Getting Samus into Bowser, like I mean, as a Mewtwo player, I feel like you set yourself up for that hardship. But either way, I think we're one more flying slam away from Toad Sage taking this game pretty cleanly. And I'm right.
Top, not going to be the pick, but it doesn't even matter.
That DI was interesting, to say the least, off of that move. I feel like they could have survived.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes people be living things in ult, and I'm like, really? And then I see it like not, and then people just go straight up, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Usually, I mean, I think the optimal DI in that situation is down and away, if I recall correctly. I think if you're holding full in, you are exploding every time. It took me so long to figure out how to DI that move correctly, but either way, that's another one off the board, and now 6 stocks to 3 right now for NJCU. Looking good. Looking real good right now, so. I'm curious to see who the anchor is going to be for SUNY Polytech, but either way, thank you guys so much for joining us here on NJCU. Shouts to anyone who stayed after Valorant, if they're crazy enough to do that. Really must like hearing my voice.
You're a Valorant fan, correct?
I'm a big Valorant fan. Been a Valorant addict might be more apt, honestly.
Addict? Do you follow the eSports scene close then?
Yeah, I'd say so. Not like super duper in depth. Like, if you ask me to name all the notable Valorant teams,
right.
Yeah, good enough. Like, I know who the really good teams are for at least NA. And I watch a little bit, and I'm like gold 1 right now, so I'm okay.
Ooh, okay.
Not the worst. It's not the worst.
What scene is more toxic, Smash or Valorant?
Ooh, I mean, it's hard to say. I haven't gotten like in the nitty gritty of that. Like in Smash, being as invested as we are, like both of us are, going to so many majors, knowing all the ins and outs of the scene and stuff like that. Valorant, I'm still just a baby. Like I've only met like couple people that are into it. You realize
after you become like a bigger fish in a small pond, right? And then you go into a really big pond. You being a big fish in that other pond does not matter at all. You are back to being an absolute nobody.
I'm baby right now in Valorant, and I'm okay with that. Like I'm very much enjoying like learning and soaking in everything, like kind of being like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It kind of reminds me of when I started Smash, when I like didn't know anything. Now I'd say I'm a lot different though in terms of like now I know like how to learn a game competitively, because like when I start off in Smash, I never practiced in Smash 4 really. I played like maybe a session or two.
They just complain about the game and that's it.
That's what I mean. I didn't really complain. I was just like, man, I should just be good. I do well at college. Why am I not doing well at my locals? And then I'd go 0-2 at Xeno, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
And then you realize you lived in the most stacked region in Ultimate, even though, you know, everybody from Florida be beating us lately. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw a Smash World Tour.
Yeah, it was hype.
Our reps got kind of clapped up a little bit, mostly by each other. Granted, like I think Leon and Rivers had to play each other. I think Syrup and Rivers had to play each other. Yeah. That was tough. That sucks. The Buzz also got a little clapped up, kind of. He did really well still. He qualified.
You're by your favorite top player, Myron. You love talking about him on commentary. Love Myron.
Stay out of the Myron zone, everybody. Don't go to the Myron zone.
Did you see the funny tweet on Twitter today that somebody made? And it was like Myron's got drip, and it.
I saw that, yeah.
And it was like a Gucci hoodie, and it was like clearly not the hoodie. Yeah, clearly not the hoodie.
Dude, I love those tweets so much. They're so funny. God.
All right, Pyra Mithra, finally, someone at the top tier.
You like that character. You're a big fan of that character.
They even picked the music too. I would talk about
banger.
I want to talk about like how much I love Xenoblade, like, and how much these characters actually deserve to be in the games. Surprisingly, no one thinks so except for me, but these characters are phenomenal in their game, and that game is actually really fun if you get over all the cringy voice acting. Okay, there's my rant.
That's how I felt about Fire Emblem, low-key. Like, when I first saw Byleth, I was like, alright, whatever. Then I played 3 Houses, and I was like, whoa. This character's cool.
For me, my friend was really, like, down for, like, Dante, and then Byleth got in, and I just started laughing, because I was like, I knew it. Like, I won something. But speaking of winning, Toad Sage is winning by a lot. Right? Yeah, no, there has been no first stock taken on Toad Sage's side. So I think Bubblerino really just has to just gimp him off stage. I think the Aegis is really good at getting that down air on shield or on ledge because oh my god, will it spike. So once again, we're seeing Toad Sage do something that I rarely see Bowser's do and not absolutely hold forward.
Yeah, pretty restrictive, honestly. And honestly, I'm digging it. Like, playing a bit more reserved while having such a crushing lead is not a bad idea, especially as a character like Bowser, and you're only at 71. Like, I know Pyra and Mythra have kill power to boot, but Mythra's going to have to do a lot more work before Bowser's going to be anywhere remotely near kill percent at this point.
Bubblerino still struggling to get their first stock here on Toad Sage. And you know what kind of the double-edged sword is? Yeah, you're going to be closer to killing towards Toad Sage, but now you've given him a lot of reach to work with, and Mythra is just as light as Zelda, so probably one of the big hugs right here may do it, and that is going to be
big hug. Crushing.
The big hug.
And now NJCU pretty much on the cusp of having this crew battle under wraps. Toad Sage taking a astounding amount of stocks right now. I believe taking, what, one off of Monster, and now almost all three of Bubblerino's, but still fighting out here. You know, about 2-stock Bowser versus Pyra Mythra. If Bubblerino plays out of their mind and just holds their advantage really well and doesn't get hit like 2 or 3 times, they're not looking too bad against Toad Sage.
Toad Sage doing I like the option that he is going for, but I don't agree with the method that he is using to get it. So, Bowser's Fair is a wonderful move, but I feel like for the first couple fairs that we saw a little bit earlier, I would like to see a short hop fair because Bowser actually goes surprisingly high. So, full hopping actually will pull you out of the advantage state that you're in. But right now, Bubblerino just trying to get one of the cheesy pokes that they have with Pyra, whether that being a full charge F smash or something. So, once again, up B out of shield, the Bowser classic Fang.
I can't believe that side B didn't connect right there on shield. It's frame 6. There might have been some intangibility shenanigans with Bowser's arm. I know that happens from time to time. Could be the magical world, or it could just be how short Pyra Mythra can be. Either way, that straight hit is going to take it off, and I believe I don't know if that's the whole series right there, but gonna be, I believe, either 1 point of the series or just the whole crew battle, the whole shebang going right there to NJCU after that dominating performance by Toad Sage.
Oh yeah, for sure. I actually think both players, like, I want to say Toad Sage maybe got 1 more stock, but it was like pretty even between both players.
I liked how Toad Sage was playing. I like the reserved gameplay. I like the uppies out of shield. You know, as you want to play Bowser as if he's an execution test. So if someone gives you, you know, if someone throws a rock at you, you hit him with paper. If someone hits your shield unsafely, you do up B. If someone is shielding on a platform or shielding in general, you jump side B. Like, it is very easy to get the feedback you need on what to do next with Bowser. There's really no ambiguity there. And I think Toad Sage executed wonderfully right there. So this is going to be a best of 3 as far as this crew battle series goes. So we are going to see a refresh, brand new faces, or maybe not brand new faces, but
maybe a new order.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm curious. I hope everyone gets to play today. I know this isn't the main team for NJCU that they typically put in, so I don't know if there's going to be brand new faces being put in, or if we're just going to be seeing a similar order of different players. Either way, that is game 1 going to be going to NJCU in this instance.
Yeah, no, for sure. Once again, the character spread is a little bit different. So we saw 2 zoners and 2 jump at you characters, as I like to call it.
Jump at you characters.
True. So
they do be jumping.
They be jumping high, man. They be jumping. Sometimes Bowser like gets launched up, and then it's like, where are you going? Alrighty, so it looks like we are getting our next players on in. And how do you think the other school can really kind of like turn this around? Because it was really rough.
That's a toughie. I mean, I think it came down to honestly just fundamentally being outplayed. I feel like SUNY Polytech wasn't really aware of the matchup dynamics a lot of the time. Right. Like, we were seeing a lot of unsafe moves on shield against Toad Sage's Bowser. Against Zamu's Samus, we weren't really seeing proper respect on the projectiles and options that Samus can threaten.
Right.
a lot of the time. So it's all about managing your disadvantage well, I'd say, as well as your advantage. Like you can be really good at killing or like attacking someone or comboing someone, but you also have to know how to not get hit too. Like that's a huge facet of Smash in general.
For sure.
Yeah.
I do see somebody in the arena with a fox picture. That's one character that has either been granted as the best character of all time and, you know, still amazing, or just absolute garbage now. I know personally for Light, this guy Light, man, when SmashCon goes to his regional the next weekend and gets 7th. So is that Fox being bad or just inconsistency?
What on the new Barnard Loop thing? I mean, Fox literally just won. You know, Fox just literally won one of the biggest tournaments
But
of the year.
then lost the next week after.
True.
Like, and it was really in Tilde's favor. Like another MPT member that we all just love so much.
Yeah, that was hold the line, right? That happened.
That was hold the line, correct. That was
Interesting.
a good tournament.
I was
really surprised because you know, you ever go out in the middle of nowhere and you're just like, how could there be a good venue out here? And you went inside and you're like, wow, there's
That's
so
where
much
some of the
to
best
do.
venues are. It's so weird. That's where all the Kalaharis are. And
it's because
the water park tournaments.
Some of those restaurants, you know what I mean, don't charge you, you know, that much to host that event. So always ask your local card shops. The heart of the Smash community really began in local card shops. Just
like garages, basements,
like
card
100%.
shops.
All right,
I've been to some interesting venues. I've been to I've been to they had a tournament at Smash Burger on Long Island.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
I've been to a tournament at a pizza place before.
We had Buffalo Wild Wings up in Scranton.
That's tight. That is so
sick.
Cool. I would totally go to a B-Dub tournament.
You know how many people were probably like, hey yo, since we already eat at the B-Dubs, why don't we host a tournament at the B-Dubs?
Got wing sauce all over my controller.
you know someone would do that.
You know someone did that.
Yo, I know those like little wet naps would be all over the place, bro. All over.
My C-stick ain't working. I think I got ranch in there. Gotta go clean it out.
Oh, man, soon we're gonna start hosting tournaments in Starbucks.
I'm hype. I'm hype for the expansion of cool venues, and that's the beauty of Smash is that you don't need like an official like for like if you wanted to go to like a league thing or anywhere, you need to go like an eSports cafe or something like that. But for Smash, you like if there's a venue, you can shove Smash players anywhere and they will be fine with it. It's like I remember to have to go to the Microsoft store for like league tournaments or like Valorant.
I'm not gonna lie though, that place is sick.
Microsoft store is cool. They got a lot of cool stuff there. Either way though.
So we have Monsta coming back in, but we have, speaking of Tilde, we got Falco, our favorite bird. So I want to see how this one's going to go, because I actually don't think this matchup is much better for Mewtwo.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Tatsuo Namake, as they're going in right now with this bird. I know Tatsuo, I believe, is also really good at Melee, from what I've seen. Hydra also is like really crazy at Melee as well, so I'm very excited to see how that will translate over to Ultimate. And we're seeing... If there's one character I swear Melee players love in this game, it's Falco. Like, Tilde is also a pretty good Melee player. Seen Falco out here from Tatsuo.
Yeah, no, it has to be. I think Falco's just one of the combo-heavy characters. I feel like what turns Melee players, like, most onto a game is whether they have combos in it. So, like, for example, a lot of the Melee players were playing All-Star Brawl. You know, and that's a very combo-heavy game. So I feel like Ultimate, where you kind of have to have a little bit more of a thought-out strategy to play that game, I think that's why they're gravitate towards Falco, because it really is just one of those Melee flowcharts, like up tilt, back air, up tilt, like up air, up air. So once again, I love this character Falco, but so far Monsta having the percent lead looking for a back air. You got to watch out though, because every time you extend that tail, you're putting yourself in danger too.
It's true. I'm liking what Tatsuo is going for in these up smashes. I just feel like they need to find a confirm. Like Falco's confirm at low percents or like those mid, or either like side B into back air, side B into up air, or up tilt into up air, up tilt into back air. Like you need to know your percent windows. It's something that makes Falco players like Tilde so lethal, is because they know those percent windows and they know what will work then. Falco is just all about, you know, knowing your flow chart in terms of what are you supposed to do next after your initial hit.
Ooh, okay, Tatsuo really in a troubled place, but unfortunate SD.
That's gonna be the first stock being dropped right there. Monster looking good. Definitely put in, I think, Mewtwo against a favorable matchup here. I think Shadow Ball will do a lot to mitigate a lot of stuff. But Tatsuo with that fast fall down here, that was insane.
All right, here we go. Even stocks to even stocks. Battlefield was actually a really good choice for both. I think of these characters. I feel like both these characters can really utilize platforms, kind of move around. Ooh, Monster gonna finally get the turnaround, as I like to call it, because it really just kind of turns you around. Gonna be able to start that combo, but unfortunately the Falco forward air versus the up smash is crazy. Oh my god, they're really going at each other.
Yeah, they're scrapping. I'm here for it. This is the type of ultimate gameplay I like to see personally. Okay, perfect usage of Reflector right there. I think it's gonna definitely make Monster second guess these Shadow Balls a little bit more. And now Tatsuo looking good. Got the ledge trap set up, but Monster gonna be able to sneak their way out of there.
There we go. Once again, nice nair out there. I was kind of expecting a down air at the ledge. Goes for the up smash once again. I feel like he's just got to get a little bit more percent, and then a throw is totally possible.
Yeah, Falco not one of the heavier characters on the roster, so
Nope.
it's definitely something that's in their near future. We are going to see another recovery from Tatsuo. No edge guard coming out from Monster right there. A lot of Mewtwo's I see typically go for like 2-frame down air through the ledge or something in those instances. But Tatsuo actually cleaning up that second stock with a beautiful up smash.
Ooh, okay, kind of close. Oh god. I feel like both of these players are really utilizing full hopping when it may not be exactly the best like option in that scenario.
Yeah, I agree. I also I feel like Tatsuo needs to start using up tilt more for startups. Like Falco's so powerful. We're seeing lots of initiations here with there we go. We got one right there. Okay. A little bit of a ladder coming out right there from Tatsuo. So they know that that's what they need to get started. It's, oh. Sometimes you just move a little too hard.
Hear me out. You could just SD and throw it all away.
That looked cool. That was like the coolest SD I've ever seen in my life. How do you even get that? That was
I like how Mewtwo like kind of like crosses their arms and
He's
they're
tight.
like, "I'm out of here, bruh.
I'm
not.
done, like-
Don't talk to me, man."
I'm not clapping or anything. Like, I'm tight. I lost, bro. I'm not respecting you. What, you... BGs, dude.
BGs. That's crazy.
Don't even touch me. Get away from me.
Yeah,
I'm going home. I'm done. They're like the type of player that loses in bracket and they just roll up their controller and walk out of the venue and just go home. They don't stay for friendlies or
and they don't
anything
say anything to anyone. You didn't even know they're there, bro. Like, it's crazy. Oh man. So
I can give an Academy Award for coolest SD in a crew battle. That would definitely
Can
go.
you remember your favorite controller throw?
Oh, there's a lot. I like there's a couple good ones, honestly. I like Charlie the King when he was younger. He lost to a Rob player at some tournament. He threw his controller so hard off the ground that it bounced really high.
You know what? I have a story about that. So back when I was playing not real Brawl, as some people
Fake
call it,
Brawl.
Fake Brawl or Project Mayonnaise.
Whoa.
It's not a real Smash game.
Project Mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's a real instrument. You know what I mean? It's a SpongeBob reference. So I was playing like on one of those like white long tables, the classic Smash Bros. We don't have like good tables, and some guy bounced his threw it so hard that his controller bounced and like landed in my lap, and like I was already playing a set, and I like paused and I was like, this fucking sucks.
Who did this? Who threw this?
Yeah, it was weird.
I'm trying to remember any ones that I've seen in Miami. Oh, there was one. There's a certain player right now who, I mean, I can mention them. There's a player from New York called Venia who is prone to feeling quite passionate after their losses, traditionally.
The life of the venue, and that comes with like that personality type where you are literally like the party of the venue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a double-edged sword. And
it
so
is. Every personality is a double-edged sword.
My man's lost grand finals to my boy Stocktaker, who... This was like week 1 where Banjo came out, so no one knew the matchup yet. Stocktaker picked Banjo, and he lost, or Venia lost, and he threw his controller like directly into the trash can, just like slam dunked it right into the trash can. And it's a Procon. Those things are expensive.
No, you don't
Those
do
are like
that.
$60, dude.
Like,
it felt like an old GameCube
you can
controller from your
outsource it.
childhood.
Right, you can outsource one of those for like, you know, like $5 from a Japanese reseller on eBay. You cannot do that with a $120 controller. No.
Maybe controllers are. I would never break a GameCube controller either, honestly.
You know what? I've gripped my controller very hard before, but I have not thrown it.
This is my child. I would never throw my child or drop him or blame him
My
for
child,
my
like,
losses.
my controller lives in my car. He's not leaving my car. I had a Smash Fest the other night. Did I say, yo, I'm gonna go to my car real quick? I said, hey, yo, I can kind of use a GameCube controller. or I can kind of use a Pro Controller.
I've never used one of those things ever. Maybe for like 2 seconds.
They're comfortable, but it's
I've
like
heard.
after you've been playing Smash for so long, it's like...
I'm a GameCube. I'm a GameCube kid. I will forever. The GameCube controller will be forever the most comfortable controller in my hands to wield for anything. You know, I grew up with that console.
That's true.
I was not an N64 kid. I was right after that.
My brother was, and I played like games on it, but like I didn't understand. And then the GameCube was mine because my brother like got out of gaming, and then I got in.
Weird.
Good times.
What games did you play when you were
God.
like much younger?
I actually have to like run to the front door to let somebody in.
Oh, go for it. I will.
I'll be right.
I'll be right here. Either way.
I'll be right here.
I can tell chat what I played though. As a kid, I played a couple of GameCube games. I played Melee. That was a pretty big one for me. I used the GameCube Game Boy disc to play like Mario Bros and stuff with my brother. I played Kirby Air Ride. We played Shrek Super Slam. What else did I play? There was a game called Lost Kingdoms 2 that was really raw for the GameCube. I don't think a lot of people have heard of it, but I played a lot of that as a kid. Played a lot of Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD. If you have any methods of playing that game, definitely play those 2 games, Pokemon XD and Pokemon Coliseum. Both games are fantastic. They are some of the best Pokemon games you will ever play because they're a little bit darker. They have a different premise. They work differently than traditional Pokemon does. What else have I played on the GameCube? There's got to be stuff I'm missing. There was a really cool Yu-Gi-Oh game that I played that was like kind of like a Fire Emblem real-time strategy type beat, but it like once like 2 of your units clashed on the field, you would go into a more traditional RPG battle. That was pretty raw. What else? God, GameCube was so cool. There's this game called Evolution Worlds that was a pretty cool RPG. My God, there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game called Battle Nexus. It was one of those 2-disc games because it was too big to fit on just 1 disc. That one was cool too. It was like a 4-player 3D beat 'em up. That game was tight. Really, really mad. If you didn't play like GameCube, honestly, might be one of the best consoles library wise. I'm not even trolling. I never had a PS2 though, so I don't know if that would hold up as well. What else? God. What else did I play? I had such a vivid childhood for a lot of game. Oh, Animal Crossing for the GameCube, of course. I remember as a kid, I used to go to Blockbuster. Luigi's Mansion, I also played a lot. If you ever went to a Blockbuster as a kid, I don't know if I'm...
Why did you target me? That was the first thing I came back to. Have you ever been to a...
Oh my God. Blockbuster was my childhood. Blockbuster was tight. R.I.P. Blockbuster. But we're getting back into it. I believe we got Bubblerino hopping back in with Shulk. As opposed to...
Shulk is such a cheater character. I'm not gonna lie. Such a cheater character.
We'll see if Tatsuo has a Game Shark of his own in this situation.
How do you feel about Town and City as the pick?
Against Shulk, I mean, it's a good counter pick for Shulk. If you're the Shulk player counter picking here, definitely agree with it 100%. For Falco, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle because you got those side blast zones that you're going to die off to a little bit earlier. But hopefully Tatsuo can at least get some extra stocks before he departs from this crew battle.
One of the things that people just hate the most about Shulk is not exactly the Monado, but how far the Monado stretches on a lot of moves.
He's like
so, for example, that fair goes way further out than like the actual base of the sword. So, once again, Bubblerino in such a good position. That F smash, I don't know how I felt about it. Felt like a grab would have been better. But we're going to see that fair up tilt and nothing off of it right onto the shield.
This is tough for Tatsuo right here. Looking like they're knocking on Death's Door just a little bit, but trying to find this stock out still. They're still, I'd say, quite a ways away from getting a kill or a stock off right here, but they're climbing ever so closely to it. I'm loving the ground control right now. Ooh, good up smash.
Ooh, that was a great read. Oh my God. All right, here we go, though. Smash art.
That's it.
Unfortunate.
That's how quick some of these crew battles games go. You know, you get one stock and you're like, oh cool, and then they're on their last stock and they're dead. It's like, oh okay, well, still though an extra stock off for Tatsuo's troubles.
Yeah,
It's
not
gonna
bad.
extend the lead just slightly, right there for NJCU. I wonder how deep the roster goes for them because this is a new player, new set. I think Tatsuo did a great job against Monster. Who are we getting? I think they actually only have 4 players that are being interchanged tonight. There's Tatsuo, Toad Sage, Zamu, and Kevin.
I want Kevin.
I want to see Kevin. Put Kevin.
Yeah.
Michael Kevin in.
Kevin probably plays Mario. Probably like found this. It's like, all right, man, you're good enough to be on the team. What do you want your tag to be? And he's just like, oh, I don't know, Kevin. He's a Mario main.
Their real names for their tag, man. Come on.
I like
pick a cool tag. Unless your name is cool.
So
your name by itself
some people
is
have
raw.
really cool last names. Like that is definitely like an advantage. Like some people just have some like really dope last names and like just like shorten it and stuff. Oh, he's a streamer. Everyone go follow Kevin right now.
Kevin. Twitch.tv/Kevin. That's actually raw that you have K3VIN. That had to be such a hard name to get on Twitch.
I'm looking him up. I'm looking him up right now.
I'm curious now. You need to know what Kevin's all about.
Oh,
support Kevin. If you support Kevin, you're supporting NJCU.
That's true.
I still can't. I mean, I'm surprised some people are able to get the Twitch names that they have.
Dude, how you get the Twitch name that you want, and this is like real stuff, you work at Twitch.
Yeah, it's true.
Because only Twitch people can have the, only Twitch people can have the 3-letter names. Fun fact.
It's true.
Very odd.
I know also if you're a partner and you get an opportunity to change your name.
Yeah, you get your opportunity to change name. I kept mine. I wanted to just like make it just lyric, but then like I hesitated. Taken? No, it wasn't. No. But I hesitated.
And now someone else has it.
Yeah. I messed up, but that's okay.
I think you could take it from people too. Oh yeah, there's someone else with the tag lyric. And they have definitely and they're also an Apex player apparently.
Yeah, I lost it to the Apex players, a real esport.
There's also another lyric, but it's spelled differently.
I know like some guy named Lyric SSB like once came into my Twitch stream and he was like, "Hey, you stole my name." And I was just like, "Hey, been in this community since 2014. When did you start playing?" He's like, "I'm 14." That's like kind of like the funny part of like when you like quote like grow up in this community, right? You always still think you're the youngest in the room, and it's just like, nope, I'm 14, and I'm like, great, I just lost to a 14-year-old. That
14, I got a whole lot of attitude, so come at me. I'm fearless. 14-year-olds are truly fearless. They have nothing to fear.
They do not care anymore. They don't get hit with life yet. That's
true.
Honestly,
my calc homework sucks. Like wow.
I didn't even take calc. I was too stupid to take calc, fun fact. So I begged them not to take math in my senior year. It was the best decision I ever made.
Here's the wombo combo for me. I was too stupid to take it in high school, but decided, hey, I'll be a computer science major where you have to take up to calculus 3. And man, was that not fun at all.
I honestly feel like math isn't good for mental health. I can like write a paper on that.
Math is, except for stats. Stats is cool. I'm a big stats fan. Regular math, though, get that out of here. Algebra, 2-trig, pre-calc, calc, AP stats, get that out of here.
There was the New York State like schools test called the Regents, and we were taking the trigonometry Regents, and the girl in front of me just started sobbing, and I was like, same. I was like sitting there, like my left hand shaking, like.
Seeing someone else visibly freak out during a test is also hilarious because it calms you down a lot more. I remember I had these 2 friends that were twins. They had these really high-pitched voices, and every pre-calc test we would get, it would just be dead silent in the room. I'd be over here having like a full-on internal mental breakdown, and then I just hear them sigh really loudly out loud, or take like a really deep breath out loud that would like echo throughout the classroom, and I was this close to losing it, like I'm bursting out laughing in the middle of the test while these kids are stressing out. And we got Kevin out here. We got Hero. We got the Kevin Hero out on deck.
I'm just a big fan of Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is also another really good game. I actually think it is on level with Persona 5. I'm not joking.
I need to play it. I've heard it's a good RPG
It's so
series.
good. If you
Or
have
just the new
Xbox
one,
Game
the
Pass, it's
remake.
also free. Yeah, the remake's really good. But one thing that I really like about Kevin's hero is that he's using the aerials much more than a lot of other heroes do. I feel like they play the wheel, they like
Oh,
the
yeah.
gamble wheel, and they try and see what they can get. But Kevin does not need a single spell. They are playing so well without it.
Yeah, Kevin's not a spell guy, apparently. He's using lots of side B. We're seeing lots of down throw. We're seeing lots of aerials. So it's weird. I feel like hero players come in all flavors. You have ones that favor the wheel. I know there's one from Canada that doesn't use spells also that's actually pretty good. There's just so many different ways to play this character, and none of them are necessarily like the wrong way. That being said, though, that stock is going to go the wrong way for Kevin right there as Bubblerino manages to even up this crew battle.
Yeah, no, Kevin made a really, like, grave mistake. He got launched off again, and then he tried to fish for Zoom, and that was the wrong option, but he's gonna find a Kaboom in there, that little magic hat full of tricks. So, Kevin doing a great job right now taking this crew battle.
Kaboom is like instant serotonin. Like, you see that on your menu, you're like, oh, yes.
I see,
Very
I
cool.
feel that way for Whack and Flack.
Yeah.
Those, and it's funny because those moves in Dragon Quest hurt, like, more for some reason
Really?
than Smash. Oh, it hurts so bad.
It can literally kill you at 0 in Smash, though.
Yeah, same in Dragon Quest.
That's crazy.
Does the same thing. It just takes your entire life. It takes
That's
that party
wild.
member. You're just like, oh, okay. All right.
Do you ever get that spell or no?
I never use it because I'm, like, I'm too afraid. Because if it misses, then your enemy can, like, thwack you, and then it's
Oh
just
my
like, oh,
God.
okay, yeah, it's brutal. All right, there it is. There's that
Gambit.
zoom option. I have never seen somebody read zoom successfully. Oh my God, the Shulk / armor actually powered through thwack. That's exactly what happened there. That was unreal.
Kaboom. Okay, good shield right there from Bubblerino. I thought that was over at that juncture. I thought that thwack was most certainly going to kill, but Bubblerino's still in it, still fighting. Kevin really doesn't want to drop this stock here, honestly.
Oh, definitely
That would be
not.
pretty huge for evening up this crew battle, because one stock differential, like starting off with one stock in the next round of crew battle is pretty difficult. But Kevin going to be able to find that kill right there with the big zap.
The Kazap.
The
The
Kazap.
big one. Yeah.
The big
It's Zap, Kazap, Zapple.
one. Zapple.
Zapple.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love the spells in Dragon Quest.
I just like the ones that it's like oomph, right? So it's like your power up, and then you have
Yeah.
oompful.
Someone got their 3-year-old kid, and they were like, "All right, what's the next spell supposed to be called?" And they're like, "Full." And I was like, "All right, I'll put it in, cut it, print
Perfect,
it.
great. Thank you, thank you. Like,
Thank you so much.
it's
We'll
like
give you
some
royalties later."
genius. Yeah.
It's like a very overworked Japanese man that has like spent his entire life in the gaming industry, and like this is what it's led up to, naming spells oompful.
Yeah, right.
Either way, it's looking good for Kevin now as we go up 5 stocks to 3 in this crew battle. One more body to be taken out before NJCU seals out this series for tonight.
Yep. Really dominant showing. And once again, the character spread has been all over the place. We saw some DLC. We saw, run at you characters, and then we saw, a little bit of projectile heavy characters. So I'm very pleased with the state of Ultimate right now. I think it's a very healthy game balance.
I think so too. I'm a big fan of it. I don't know if there's gonna be another patch. I keep hearing rumors that there's gonna be one final patch or something like that, but who knows? Either way, I do like the state of the game right now. I feel like there's a very healthy diversity of characters that are succeeding currently. That's not as oversaturated. Oversaturated as the latter half of Smash 4 went. Hopefully, I mean, we are going to see the meta solidify as time goes on, but with so many characters and so many different representatives playing these characters, I feel like it's going to be evergreen for a really long time.
I have a question for you around this topic. Do you think there will be a
Yes.
Smash 6 on the Switch, or are they done?
I think they're going to roll it out on a new console. I think the Switch is really good, but the way console wars usually go, I feel like, is that the Switch will be good for like maybe a couple more years, and then they're going to move on to the next console idea, because console wars are crazy between these companies. Like, Nintendo has definitely seen like a very sizable lead this time around. I think even with people like with how badly the PS5 rolled out And
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's a new Xbox yet, but
Yeah, Series X, yeah.
I hear nothing but good things about the Switch traditionally. There's some stuff I feel like that can be improved upon, but in terms of the game library we've been getting so far, it's been like I think blowing the other companies out of the water.
Oh yeah, for sure. So.
But I don't know. I'm mostly a Nintendo kid now. I was an Xbox kid for a brief time, but then
Everyone was. Everyone was. Oh my god. I definitely had like Clash of Ninja. Like, those were the good
oh,
times.
Clash of Ninja. Oh my god, I forgot to mention that when I was talking about GameCube games I was playing. Clash of Ninja 1 and 2. Very cool games.
So good.
Um
Everyone has a Call of Duty phase. If you don't have a Call of Duty phase, you do have a toxic shooter phase. It's just for like the millennials. For the millennials, it's oh my god, wait, hold on. I think I'm onto something. For the millennials, it's Counter-Strike. For like the Gen Zers, like it's Modern Warfare 2 and
oh my
it's
god.
Valorant for the Zoomers.
Yeah, it's true. I've kind of done it all, honestly. Like I was like a Nintendo kid, and then I played Gears of War, and I was like, wow, violent video games are cool. And then I got really into Call of Duty. I even put up like a bunch of like montages for like trick shotting and stuff on my YouTube.
Oh my god.
And then
How much bad editing did you have?
Oh, lots of bad editing for sure.
Did you have like the squirrel? Have you seen like that? It's like I paid my cousin. It's like a Rocket League clip, and it's like I paid my cousin $10 to get this video. It's just like I'll send it to you after. And it's like this
So
guy like getting a
funny.
goal, and then it's like rainbow strobe lights, and then it's like a Squirtle, or it's a Squirtle. I'm tired. A squirrel doing this. Mad
dancing.
funny.
That's
Yeah,
really
it's
funny.
mad funny.
Yeah, then after that I got very into Smash. I also had a very brief League phase. Like League was like for a year or two.
Everyone has played a game of League.
fan.
It's like this generation's version of everyone's played Fortnite.
I'm just sad
I've
I was
never
never
played
okay at
Fortnite.
it. I was a Bronze 5 warrior through and through. Bronze 5-0 LP, baby.
Way to
We
live.
do it.
And now they have a rank worse than that, by the
Now
way.
you can be iron.
Yeah, now you can be iron.
I was
Ooh,
wood 5.
Ganon. Oh
Ooh, the
my
big
God.
guy, the big wizard.
Big boy. He hits hard, bro.
He do be
will.
hitting hard.
He hurts you.
Yeah, see a nice little character diversity going here. We're gonna see how Kevin is gonna do against this Ganon. I think Hero beats Ganon pretty handedly. There's really no way I feel like for Ganon to get reliably in on Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin gonna be oh boy. Alright, hopefully see the connection pan out just a little bit between these two. We haven't seen too much Wi-Fi shenanigans, but it looks like they are starting to get into it a little bit. Ganon versus Hero. How do you feel about it, Em?
Oh man, there's a lot of things you could say about, you know, Ganon as a character. He's bad, he's not bad. You know, it really kind of depends on the Ganon. I think what makes a good Ganon different than a great Ganon is what Ganons are going to kind of like mix up their options. I feel like I see the same Ganon like Ganon tree of things you can do all the time.
Oh
so
my.
if you're really able to kind of like mix up your approaches,
Oh.
I feel like it's a good time, but oh my god, Kevin falling to their death.
I think that was survivable for Kevin too. They had their double jump intact. I think they were hunting for zoom on the menu, but honestly, you could just jump and charge up your menu. Like your spells will never fail you unless you don't have enough MP to really subsidize them. So
That's true. Yeah, because swoosh is like will take you all the way. Oh no! And they got the crit on top.
what?
That was funny.
Dash
Oh my-
attack broke shield?
It was yeah, it was dash. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Already, Kevin. Top decking everything. Great air dodge by Omen, but that unfortunately stops Kevin. Oh, I see a hocus pocus. Yeah, no, I wanted to see. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Air dodge. Oh my god. That was crazy. They both went for the hardest reads I've ever seen. All right, Kazap sending him out. Gonna psych it up. We can see another shield break, Fang.
Oh my god, that was a lot of shield damage off that
Yeah.
fair. That's not gonna be stuck just but that whack does connect. Oh my god, that was the slowest thing I've ever seen.
I told you it hurts.
Hero's tricky, man. If you don't have a good game plan against Hero, you're gonna get thrashed. Like
I
there's
actually
just
feel
so
like
much
you
stuff.
have to play Dragon Quest to get this character. Honestly, like I feel like for a lot of people, they don't like recognize like what like they're really dealing with. Oh my god, that up like that down air was the riskiest thing I think I've seen in so long.
That was like bravery.
It was.
Braver than U.S. Army soldiers. I'm just kidding, by the
Doesn't
way.
take
I'm
much.
memeing.
Anyway.
Yo.
All right,
Yo.
fair gonna be it. Oh, I feel like Sis actually would have done it
Oh.
whack once again, but oh my no, it's better. But Kevin, great spot dodge. Oh my god.
Oh
what
my
is going
god, the parry!
That was crazy. Psych up out though. Oh man, that was such a great mistake. But Kevin not being able to find the option. Jab, jab, not gonna take it. Sis once again. Oh my
They're
god.
just both playing chicken with each other right now. Who's gonna duck first? And it's gonna be Kevin actually taking it for NJCU.
crazy.
What was that last stock?
That was insane. That actually just was like, that was like Dragon Ball Z style, like playing. It was like spot dodges, perfect parries. Like it was all fantastic. And I believe that's it, right? Or
That's
is
the
it?
whole shebang, I believe. That's the whole series. Kevin being a one-man army right here. Excellent lead out from Tatsuo though there. Unfortunately, at least everyone got to play out of all 4 players. At least it wasn't a blowout. I know sometimes there's weeks where people don't get to play, but NJCU just proving their depth right here, taking it over SUNY Polytechnic Institute, and that's gonna be it for this group battle right here.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, is that it? That's it?
I would like to say thank you everybody for watching. If you were enjoying the words spilling out of Lyric, where can they find you?
You can't.
I'm invisible.
Okay.
Can't see me.
All socials at Lyric of Wisdom, Twitter, Twitch, Snapchat, Insta, everywhere. We love branding, everybody. Rule number 1, we love branding. Stay branded.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. You want to find me? You can find me at Fan9S. I tweet sometimes. I also stream on twitch.tv/Fan9S sometimes when I'm not overwhelmed with all the things I do for some reason. That I put myself.
Anxiety.
It's just time for me, honestly. And also,
That's also true.
did you ever have like that thing where you're like, I want this stream to go a certain way or be perfect? Like, I'm not someone to just boot up my stream randomly while I'm playing Valorant. Like, there's always a plan, and sometimes I overthink and I overplan, and then the stream just doesn't end up ever happening. But either way, that's going to be it for us too. Hopefully, I don't know how many more weeks are left in the league here, but if maybe you'll see me back next week once again. Either way, guys, thank you for joining us here at NJCU. Make sure you drop a follow to support the Gothic Knights. We'll see you guys next time.